Some big changes to the Charlotte area real estate market. Here to talk about that and other issues, Anne Marie Howard, the CEO of the Charlotte Regional Realtor Association. Closings and pendings up by double digits from year to year. And double digits big. Closings 40% from January to January. Pending 60%?
Yep.
What accounts for this huge jump?
Well, I think it's just sort of the culmination of all of last year's gradual growth that we've seen as far as sales and as far as pricing going too. So,
but prices at the same time, I mean, they're up, but they're not up as significantly or anywhere near as significantly.
They are really from a year ago. We're talking average sales price is only up 0.6, but it's down 8% from December.
Okay.
So we are seeing some fluctuations there, but we are actually in our 12th month of average price increases and 14 months of median price increases.
It seems to me, and I'm nowhere near an expert, but it seems to me you're sort of teetering between a buyer's and seller's market.
We are, but in fact we are down to 5 months supply, which is very low. And so right now I would say it's becoming a seller's market, but you can't really say MLS-wide, there are going to be pockets that are more seller's market.
Okay, and what about distressed properties?
That continues to still be low as far as 11% new listings. And only, I think, 18% of the listings that closed last month were distressed. So.
I know that at the same time you've been talking to state and federal legislators, and in particular on the state level, you're concerned about the transfer tax that's contained in the Republican Senate's proposal with regard to the overhaul of the tax system in North Carolina. Any word as to whether or not that's making headway, or?
It continues to be in the dialogue, and it is a concern because it's not really a tax on real estate, it's a tax on home buyers and sellers, and it really becomes dependent on the economy, and in a down economy you're not going to derive a lot of revenue from that kind of tax. So in our mind it's sort of counterproductive and regressive.
Who would eventually pay this?
Well, typically in a resale it would be negotiated between the seller or the buyer.
How concerned are you, at least in your conversations that you've had with federal legislators, that we might not any longer be able to write off our mortgage expenses?
I think the more we're hearing is that it probably most likely will be capped, and I think until they get through sort of the rest of the tax code, we'll have a better sense of whether it would be completely eliminated or not, but at this point it will just be capped.
Capped at what? Any rough guesstimate at this point?
No, I mean I think well above the average price in the country, so that consumers.
So the majority of people wouldn't really see much of a difference.
Yes, continue for at least the foreseeable future to have a tax.
Good news. Anne Marie Howard, it's always great seeing you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
That's our in-depth conversation for today. We'll be right back.